Right then, this is a quick walk around video. It's a little bit windy today, so I'm hoping you can hear me. This is for an absolutely stunning looking Honda CR-V. It's had thousands of pounds worth of options fitted to this vehicle, and I'll try to remember which they are. Clearly you've got the exterior styling packs, you've got the silver trims on the wing mirrors, front and rear bumpers, 19-inch alloys, side steps, rear spoiler, wind deflectors on the windows. I think it's got ambient lighting inside, metallic paint. It's in excess of £4,000 worth of options, but it is in beautiful condition. Fully serviced from new, comes with a fresh MOT, and in lovely condition. And they look fantastic with this kit. Front of the car, really clean, no cracks, no condensation. And the lights, bonnet, can't see a stone chip anywhere of any note at all. Near side, passenger side of the car, absolutely mirror smooth in the panels and no indentations there. Alloy looks absolutely superb there. My favourite angle of these CR-Vs has always been back here, because I mean with the kit, the side step and the rear spoiler, it's just such a handsome looking car. It's all very subtle, that's what I love about it. It's not over the top, but beautifully done. Back of the car again, wonderfully clean. And then offside, driver's side, again lovely and clean wheel panel work. Always on the side, again just as good as the other side, which is in super order. It is in absolutely fantastic condition, it really is. On top of which, as I said, it is just a really good looking car. Coming to the back now, absolutely enormous boots on the CR-Vs, very nicely finished as well, and it's been kept very well compared to certainly a lot I go to see. Coming into the back, wide opening doors, leatherwork is in absolutely super order back here, and enormous amounts of leg room as well. And I'm not cheating because the front seats are set for me, I'm over 6 foot tall. Coming to the front, again, all very clean and tidy. Finally comes the driver's door card, again all very clean. And driver's seat, the only one that shows any kind of wear, which you'd expect, given obviously it's one that has most use, but even that's relatively minor compared to most again. So inside the car now, engine's running through this section, so the dash as always can be seen illuminated. I'm just going to close the electric blinds so it doesn't glare on the screen there. Sat nav, as you can see there, working absolutely perfectly, and you can actually put DVD films in there and watch films, obviously as long as you're stationary with your handbrake on quite clearly. But it's been kept very well. Come to the main dashboard binnacle, hopefully you can see 64,339 miles, and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all. Steering wheel looks pretty much as new to hold, as it says, been kept very well indeed. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual packed and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present and safe with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V 2.2 EX diesel. This particular car is registered LY64DXG, and mileage, get onto the right screen, oops daisy, currently showing is 64,333. The reason we do all of these videos is essentially so that if anyone is looking online at any of our cars, they actually get to see the cars we advertise in operation, and it is the very car. And the reason for that is very simple. We know, unfortunately to our cost, how frustrating it can be to go and see a car which can look perfectly good in the description and the photographs online, only to get there and find out there's got a fundamental issue that shows up whilst driving. So that's why we do it. We also do it on these quiet country roads close to our premises, which actually forms part of the road test route that we take customers on. And the reason we do it on this route is hopefully then it'd be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you be offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car in question, engine starts instantly of course, push button start on these EX models, settles to completely smooth, even idle. Temperature gauge running at a third now, and it's been running for quite some time because the car's just been serviced. and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. The engines are absolutely superb diesel engines in every single way. They've just got a wonderful quality in terms of kind of, I mean, the problem with a lot of diesels, get to the point, is basically that they're kind of like one-trick ponies. They initially feel quite quick, but they tail off very quickly, so you just get this big blob of torque and then they just die away. These have a wonderful spread of power. You put your foot down and it just keeps going, and it's quite quick, but it's very, very smooth as well. It really is a wonderful unit. Cam chain driven, there's no cam belts on these to worry about, so no big services looming, and they have a reputation for reliability in the trade as being the most reliable diesel engine out there by quite a long way, actually. But it's a lovely unit. Engine then feeds through into the clutch and gearbox. Clutch on the car absolutely perfect, bite point exactly where it's meant to be, and it's lovely and slick and smooth in operation. Gearbox is simply superb. It's most modern cars now which have transverse engines have a gear lever here, but the gear lever is joined to the gearbox by cables, not by mechanical rods. Unfortunately, that does mean that some gearboxes can feel really vague, lifeless. You just don't interact with them. This is brilliant because Honda put a lot of effort into making these good. It basically feels like that gear lever goes straight into a gearbox underneath because it's so short and throw, really snappy. It's got a kind of a mechanical quality to the gear change. Absolutely superb, and it feels as it would have done when it was new. Steering on the car, really nicely weighted, makes the car feel lovely and secure and solid on the road, very confidence inspiring. It's accurate, it's precise, it works beautifully with the chassis as well, which I'll come to in a second. It also tracks absolutely dead straight, there's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. The chassis, as I said, works wonderfully with the steering because although this is it's a family car, that's what it's set up to do. It's not a sports car. So, when motoring magazines sort of go on about, it's not involving, it's rubbish because basically, if you want a sports car, you buy a sports car. If you want a family car that goes around corners absolutely superbly, has wonderful body control, and yet still offers a very comfortable ride, then that's why the CR-Vs are so sought after, and why it's the best-selling SUV in the world, because they've hit the sweet spot with the car. It's beautifully done, and what I'm looking for whilst I'm on road test is listening out for any kind of mechanical noises that shouldn't be coming from underneath the vehicle, and there's nothing at all. It's absolutely silent in that respect. Brakes on the car, just going to get around the corner and give them a bit of a shove. There's a nice solid brake pedal on the vehicle, gets the hazard lights activated when you do that if you press them hard. What I'm looking for in particular is just feeling for any kind of pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, and there is none, so that's good. Worth pointing out, it's going to be going for an independent MOT hopefully later today, so all these things will be checked anyway. Coming inside the car, the first thing you notice is, these are beautifully put together cars. There are no squeaks, no rattles, nothing at all. It's amazingly well built. It's also a lovely place to sit. It's a very simple dashboard which has got lots of equipment but doesn't intimidate, so you get in the car and you can feel at home within a couple of days of driving it. You've also got brilliant visibility. You've got quite a low dashboard line, so you can actually see the bonnet. These big wing mirrors either side. It just gives you a lot of confidence when you're on the road. Everything's working as it should. Sat nav, obviously big screen sat nav on these EX models, working as it should there. Air conditioning, which gives you the option of having different temperatures side to side, and it's pumping out absolutely ice cold air from there, by the way. And then heated seats as well, again all working as they should. What I love about these, when you press the buttons, they've got a really lovely quality of action. It's sort of rubbery but precise. It's beautifully done, and again sort of underplayed really, because this is where Honda come into their own. Dash in front, simplicity itself, nice legible well presented dials. Steering wheel, beautiful design because it's perfect in diameter, leather bound, feels like new to hold in all honesty as well. But it makes the car again feel very manoeuvrable, just because you haven't got sort of big wide truck-like steering wheel that some manufacturers decide to put on their cars. This is a four-wheel drive version of the CR-V, albeit there are no buttons to press, because again Honda worked out very quickly that the vast majority of their customers would be driving in perfectly good conditions where you don't need four-wheel drive. The problem with permanent four-wheel drive is it uses more fuel, certainly gets through your tyres more quickly, and puts a lot more mechanical stress to the car on a daily basis. Should this need to go into four-wheel drive, ice, snow, whatever happens to be, it automatically does it. It senses the front wheels losing grip, seamlessly brings in the rear wheels to give you four-wheel drive, and it's brilliantly effective. As I say in all the videos, we've towed, or we tow a caravan with a CR-V and never come close to getting stuck with one. And its simplicity gives it its reliability, because its lack of use, I guess. We've 30 years, or no one is near as damn it, selling these cars, and we've never put a spanner on this particular four-wheel drive system. As I said at the start of the video, the point of it is just to show the car in operation. It drives absolutely beautifully. It's as tight as a drum. If you've got any questions though, don't hesitate, do give us a call.